What is something porn? Normalized. Fucking rough and hard all the time. You don't always have to fuck her hard. In fact, sometimes that's not right to do. Sometimes you've gotta make some love and fucking give her some smooches too. Sometimes you gotta squeeze. Sometimes you gotta say please. Sometimes you've gotta say hey. I'm gonna fuck you softly. I'm gonna screw you gently. I'm gonna hump you, sweetly. Jack Black taught me better. Speaking English during sex. It's effing weird, me and my girlfriend are Swedish yet we still speak English. Oh fuck, yeah, and so forth. From what I gather at least some of our friends do the same thing. For some reason I find this hilarious. Fuck jaw. I slept with a German woman once who kept shouting out, fuck me hardly. Ya call that fuckin'? Hardly. To be fair, German dirty talk is an absolute turn-off. Edit. I wish I had known, before writing this comment, that my inbox would get spammed with S-tier German porn dialogue. Ja Papa, Gibbs mir richtig. For war, Herr Familienoberhaupt, fahren Sie vigoroser mit dem Coitus fort. Non-German speaker here. Looks like you are asking your partner's family to build you a fuck fort? To be fair, talking dirty in Swedish feels equally weird. You should try Danish, I kinda feel like a creepy dockworker when I do it. Kamalasa. Sigalakokal. I'm British but I find I often use American English in a sexual context. I'd never be like you've got a great bum I wanna eat your fanny. Just feels gross. I'm gonna fuck your fucking fanny off you twat. Porn English, the real international love language. Linguistic imperialism +++. I think porn has normalized a lot of sexual standards. The whole idea of porn is for it to look good, not feel good. Unfortunately for a lot of people porn is how they learn about sex. Having a cable guy show up when they say they will. Adding porn at the end of words meaning a collection of images. Food porn and car porn isn't what I was looking for. Obnoxious moaning, faking. Not to mention the absolutely disgusting, ack sounds they make during blowjobs. It's like the mating call of a mentally challenged goose. Edit. Much appreciated for the gifts, and hilarious comments. Seriously, kind fellow Redditors. Ack, my inbox. Looks over to my mentally challenged goose. Don't listen to them, Timmy, you're better than that. Those fucking fingernails. Not my pussy girl. I swear every time I click on lesbian porn and they've got fucking talons I become drier than the Sahara. Have the pizza delivery guy able to stay a whole hour by your place as if they don't have any other deliveries to make. One does not simply slip it into the back door without proper preparation, lube, consent. I've seen way too many videos where the guy just oopses it into the back door and after a moment of OMG WTF they're just on board with it. Nah, that ain't how it works. Edit. I don't know if I should be proud or ashamed that my top upvoted anything on Reddit is about anal, but here we are. On a similar theme, people alternating between anal and vaginal. That's how you get a UTI. V2A equals good, A2V equals bad, ATV equals off-road fun. Guys think if they touch my vagina I'm going to start moaning in uncontrollable pleasure. Obviously you gotta press the clit first. Duh. You click it in to start the waterworks. Everyone knows that's how it works. Don't forget to wait until the woman makes the Windows Vista sound. I had one straight up bite my labia and go, "Do you like that? What in the goddamn?" I think that it's made a lot of anal stuff way more mainstream. As well as the current trend of cock gagging, the whole crying makeup running, that whole thing def started in porn. I was at a wedding a few weeks back where one of the guests managed to start a sentence with "as a guy who eats ass" in a regular table conversation. I don't judge, but the casualness of it was impressive in a way. As a guy who eat ass. I think we should rebase our branches on main and resolve merge conflicts locally. The idea that sex is supposed to always be this super intense serious thing. Like I can't even watch most porn because no one ever smiles or laughs or is actually flirty or just acting normal and having fun. They always act like two gladiators who have to battle each other to the death or something. Even when they're obviously trying to portray like passionate intensity, it comes off just as anger and aggression and robotic, and it's fucking weird and makes it impossible to connect to the moment. Real sex is often awkward and fumbling and funny and flirty, and that is part of the fun realness of it. I don't want to watch two battle sex droids hate hammer each other like their genitals are a particle accelerator attempting to smash an atom. Edit. This even extends beyond porn in some ways. Like say Victoria's Secret or Sports Illustrated swimsuit models and things like that. The ads are very often this dead serious Zoolander-esque blue steel 1000-yard death stare to portray sexy, but then you see a behind-the-scenes clip of the same girl being a lovable goofball having fun and being herself. Like why not use those pictures of the person having a good time or laughing at her own blooper? I'd argue that is just as sexy, if not more so, than the super intense death stare. You can be flirty and goofy and having fun and still be sexy. Dunno where this idea came from that sexy has to be intense and serious all the time. Bukkake is a normal Japanese word that you might yell out when buying udon. I live in what is essentially the world epicenter of udon restaurants, and believe me, you really notice this. Kakeru is a verb that means to put on top, pour, as in putting on a topping, and bu acts like a superlative. So bukkakeru means to put on top, pour a lot or something like that. Bukkake is a noun from the verb, and bukkake udon or bukkake meshi usually mean a dish with a big amount of toppings or egg poured on it. If you watch anime, you might have heard words like bukkorosu, kill a lot, or butobasu, send flying, beat up a lot. It sounds stupid in English, so they're usually translated to something like destroy or beat to a pulp. The facial, don't get me wrong, I'm not against it lol. Just think its popularity is high because of porn. I have never, ever, understood why so much porn is 20+ minutes of foreplay and sex and it ends with just some guy jacking it on his own. Like, why am I even here? If I wanted to see some sad guy jacking it on his own, I can look in a mirror. Asian women sounding like they're being assaulted and people getting off on that. Sexualizing stepsisters and stepmoms. That you just start coming and you don't stop coming. Furious fingerbanging. Just, no. Men averagely have 8-inch slongs. Strictly in and out motion. I haven't been with a single woman that didn't like angles with varying pressures to stretch out the vaginal muscles. Also, in cowgirl a lot of women like to grind while you're fully inside. Not many like to jump up and down treating the dick like a pogo stick. I hate when in movies a girl has raw sex and then pulls her pants up and goes to work, ha 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 ew. Incessant slapping of the vagina. Like, physically smacking the shit out of it with your hand. It's something me and my friends have laughed about and it does nothing for any of us. Edit * yes, I know some people like it. There's no issue with that. Finish her. Squirting. Icker, like guys be more concerned about having to make you squirt. Like how about you concern yourself with making me cum instead, sir? That's probably because for men there's a clear visual representation when we orgasm, and the fact that women don't brings in the whole is she faking it issue. So when men discovered squirting they thought aha. Now we can see when she comes, just like us. Splendid. Jenkins, hand me my raincoat. Oh man, where do I start? Lack of pubic hair. Cosmetic vaginas. Ridiculously big slongs. Positions where you can never come in real life. The assumption that you can have anal or even rough anal without butt training. Scenarios where consent is not shown properly, 'cause it's fake. That most women squirt. The fake over-the-top moaning. The stupid idea that the man has to go on and on and on and on. It gets boring and painful after a while, and that is not sustainable. I can go on but deep throating, face fucking, and gagging on a dick to the point you almost vomit, or actually do, and they just cut around it. There was a time when every other scene didn't involve a girl swallowing a dick the size of a baseball bat. It used to be a novelty with only a handful of girls doing it. Sometimes I wonder what the OG pornstars would make of what even the mainstream girls go through these days. I don't see Jenna J agreeing to getting throat fucked, for example. Showing your dick out of nowhere to a girl in the hopes she'll be so impressed it makes her horny. That missionary is too boring. Sometimes I don't want to get leg cramp and actually want to feel intimate with my partner. Missionary is by far my favorite position and feels the best. I get clitoral stimulation from his pelvis, that angle of penetration is stellar and we can make out. I wish we'd stop making people feel as if they're boring in bed for enjoying missionary. In porn, you either die a stepdaughter, or live long enough to see yourself become the stepmom. Found this meme on dank memes lol. She's Alex Links, if anyone's wondering. Having pixels on your genitals. Edit. Thank you all for the many upvotes and for the awards. Incest. What are you doing, step-redditor? The seizure eye roll. That a woman would moan in pleasure after you, IDK, sniff her for 2 seconds. I learned sex through porn. I thought you basically do the formula go down on a guy. If he likes it, he goes down on you. You fuck in various positions, and you get cum everywhere. The messier, the better. I never understood how women enjoyed it. Not a single drop of sweat.